A good look at the full house here at Yoyogi National Stadium. 11,800 strong. This place seated 11,500 last year, but they've squeezed in 300 extra seats this year, and they're all sold. A total sellout here as Yvonne Lendl prepares to serve in the 8th game of the first set.
Edberg made an awfully darn good shot, Barry, on the dead run, and Lendl just handled it like a routine volley. Now see this point again. Edberg on the dead run really hits a good backhand. Look where Lendl is. He not only makes a good volley, it's right smack in the corner.
That was not an easy shot, as you mentioned.
The level of tennis the last 3 games has been stupendous here.
15 love.
Japanese fans here. You know, yesterday, for the first time in 10 years, they had to close the outside gates. The place was packed.
Good shot of the Lendl grip there on that serve. And Donald, seats are not inexpensive here in Tokyo. This is a very expensive tournament to attend, is it not?
It's very expensive, Barry. The average ticket on a final day average is about $10 or $12, and the best seats go as high as $25 to $30. And of course, the dollar is very cheap over here in a way. The yen's very strong.
Good first serve from Lendl. Goes long, and so Yvonne Lendl holds serve at love. It is now 4 games all. First set.
And now it gets nearer and nearer the moment of truth. When you reach about 4 or 5 all, the pressure is really on both players because of tiebreak looming at 6 all in professional tennis, which has really revolutionized the sport. And Barry, when we played, there was no tiebreak.
17, 19, 13, 11, that kind of stuff. And then good old Mr. Van Allen up in Newport, Rhode Island, pressed ahead with the vast scoring that was the start of it all. No call. Edberg thought it was long. Edberg motioning to Jerry Armstrong. Let's watch it one more time here.
There's the kick there on his serve. Edberg backs up, sets up. He thought the ball was out, and it sure looked out from here. This angle, it just looked about 1.5 inches long, Barry.
Definitely looked long, but Edberg loses that point. It's love 15. Big point here at 4 all in the first set. Yes.
And you could hear from the shuffle of his feet, Lendl is going to run that ball down and shove it cross court. The real whack. Now watch here. This is excellent tennis. Edberg tries a drop volley. It's in close. And look at Lendl now. He can go either side. He waits for Edberg to commit himself down the line, and then he cross courts it beautifully.
Love 30. Big points now. Lendl with a chance. Just wide.
Smartly there, Edberg served right at Lendl's left hip. He wanted to handcuff him. Lendl there goes to his normal habit of always looking down at his racket strings. That's just sort of to relax him and give him some time to think between the next point where he's going to play the return. It's become a habit that he's always fixing his strings, but he's really thinking. Again, Edberg smart serving there, Barry. He did not go for a flat serve. He gave him a high kicker right at him, and he came in fast. Completely mixed up Lendl. The ball kicked high, and he missed the backhand.
Big point. He was down 15-30, and as you mentioned, got that first serve in. It's 30 all.
Boy, Edberg closes quickly. Fault was called, so he's got a second ball. Let's see which side he kicks it to. Probably down the center with a high American twist second serve. Catches Lendl perfectly. That ball was high for him over his shoulder. Lendl doesn't like that on the backhand side. And so from love 30, Edberg escaped back to 40-30. It's a big turnaround on a 4-all game.
Yes, and so Edberg with 4 quick points after being down love 30 pulls that game out. It is 5 games to 4. Edberg leading first set. Let's pause now for a word from your local cable systems. Back at Yoyogi Stadium, a good shot of this full house here. Over 11,000 packed in here to watch this final between Stefan Edberg and Ivan Lendl. Lendl preparing to serve, down 4-5.
See how Edberg plays these first 2 points.
Thought perhaps those were new balls, but maybe they're not changing until 11.
11 and 13 maybe.
It's wide.
Lendl tried the tougher shot there. He ran the ball down well and then tried to go cross court sharply angled, and he has to carry it with a lot of topspin. Look at this shot here. Now Edberg tries it half volley. That's the toughest shot in the game. He makes it easy, and look what Lendl does. He not only runs it down, but he hits a perfect shot, but it was about 2 inches wide. Boy, that's such a tough shot that he went for.
Edberg hit a beautiful half volley to set that point up. Love 15 now. Edberg 3 points away from the first set. Lendl going for the ace down the center. It's wide. Oh.
Can't hit many shots better than that one. Great exchange by both players. They hit 2 cross-court backhand to backhand. Then Lendl comes in with this forehand from the baseline. Here comes Edberg attacking the Lendl backhand. Ivan has enough time to set up. Look at the follow-through. That made the shot. Tremendous wrist action up high as he came over his right shoulder. You have to have a wrist of steel to make that shot.
It was almost like an exaggerated follow-through, as you mentioned. I don't think I've ever seen Lendl come through the ball quite like he did on that backhand.
That's where he got the angle, Barry. The ball dropped cross-court, and we're at 15 all here. Now, he completely confused Edberg on that first serve.
30-15.
Pulled the serve out wide, so Lendl from down love 15 now goes up 30-15, trying to get even at 5 games all in the first set here. Oh, he hits him.
That makes Edberg a little angry, I think. Watch here now. Edberg coming in the center. He gets the half volley, shovels it, but not quite deep enough. Lendl goes right at him here. And Edberg tries to get out of the way and still make the volley, but couldn't.
Great camera work there from that tiny camera right underneath the net.
TBS is carrying this picture for us, Tokyo Broadcasting System, and we enjoy working with them. Fabulous set of cameras here. We've got about 6, Barry, which is a lot more than a lot of telecasts, and really seeing great picture work.
Lendl up 40-15, but down 4-5 in games.
Let second serve.
And there it is. Yvonne Lendl holds serve as Edberg dumps an easy forehand volley into the net.
5 games.
It is 5 games all. First set.